Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope you guys are enjoying your time off because I know I have. I've been with the family, so that's always good. I hope all of you guys are staying safe and enjoyed that extra week of not having to do anything. But with that said, the school has decided to actually move forward and make sure that you guys actually are still doing work. What's up, Jasmine? Nice to have you with us. So with this class, I figured since it is a studio class, we're going to try and make this kind of an easy thing. I'm actually going to be here for the first hour. I'm going to definitely make sure that I'm here for the first hour because I cannot keep my kids away for too much longer. And I'm pretty sure that for a lot of streams, what's going to happen is they're going to run in and talk to me and stuff like that. That is just the way. I don't have an office. So I can't lock the door and be like, go away. So you will see them, but I figured we could work together for an hour if you wanted to, and this would be a way for you to get your questions answered on the fly right away. Now, I don't know if you actually looked. I'm assuming by the amount of people that showed up that you did, but there's a discussion board that is on Blackboard, and if you guys go to Blackboard, you'll see what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be posting like videos and PowerPoints and stuff like that, just to give you guys some information so that you don't feel as though you're not going to be learning. And that way you can actually have a discussion with us, and that is how we're going to actually make sure that you are on record, that you are actually online, or that you're attendance, that we can mark your attendance, because we want you guys, for those of you who are graduating, because Stefan, I know for a fact that if you're watching, you want to graduate, and so we want to make sure that that happens. Hey Ashley, what's going on? So I have some music playing in the background. Is it too loud? Please let me know if it's too loud, and I'll turn it down. I don't even know, maybe you can't even hear it, but I have the settings set a bit lower so that it doesn't bother people. But we actually have to make sure that, excuse me. Yeah, see, I figured you'd want to graduate. But we have to make sure that we can show that you actually were there. So what's going to happen is every week thanks Google. What's going to happen is we're going to make sure that you can post some of your progress, and then you guys will have to comment. Like that's going to be what we're going to be doing for the week, right? The volume sound for the music. The volume sound for the music is low. Or you know what? Maybe if I move the mic. Is that better? Was I low? Like the mic itself, or was the music low? Got to get all these settings straight for you guys. You sound better? Okay. Yeah, I managed to have the mic very far away from me, like an idiot. So, sorry about that. But, yeah. So, let's see, where were we? Discussion board. You will have to actually go onto Blackboard and post your work, okay? So, we're going to say by Sunday, you have to post some type of artwork so that we can, during the next week, we can actually go through and critique it, or not critique it necessarily, but we can actually talk about it. So that way you don't have to worry about your attendance. We can make sure that all that's good, and and yeah, like I said, I'll be posting videos there because this class isn't about necessarily a lecture as it is studio time. So I'll be posting information there so that you guys can actually have that information, just in case you care, especially since we're doing character design. There'll be things on like story and just stuff that we've talked about, but it doesn't hurt to have something there as well. But the main thing is that the discussion board is going to be the main way that we figure out whether you are present or not. Because if you're not, right, I have to mark it, and eventually they're still going to kick you out, because what's happening now, it's not like, oh, it's an online class. This is just a digital learning. So because of the situation, like we have to mark you present. It isn't like a, hey, here's a something, right? And you're like, oh, here's a topic, talk about it. You have all week, and if you do something, that's great. Like I have to come on and give you time. Like there has to be some interaction between us, or at least that's what they want. And for me, I figured that YouTube was going to be the better way to do it because they wanted it on Blackboard. I know that there's a couple things where Blackboard has issues, so I didn't want you to have to do it that way. And I figured everyone has YouTube, and if you for some reason don't have a computer, you can actually access this through your phone, which I know every single one of you have. So you'd be actually able to watch and comment for the live stream, right? So if you have any questions, right, this is where you would do it. Like if you want instant instant response, this is where you do it. But if you post something on the discussion board, or if you send me an email, I will respond within 24 hours so that you can have that information there. Also, don't hesitate, not like last time where everyone kind of did their work and then they kind of put their stuff up and got bum rushed with, hey, you should have done this, you should have done that. Show me your work. The best thing you can do, especially in this digital time, is to actually post your work. You know, take a picture of it, throw it up online. Snap a picture, throw it up online, so that we can talk about it, go over it and stuff like that, so we can make the best character design possible, or the best graphic design for people who are doing graphic design, or photography. So whatever it is, make sure that you post it on there once a week, and that way we can actually help each other out and critique, and then we can make the best out of this situation. Let's see, I will be putting up instructions of how we're going to do this again. I'm going to throw it up in the announcements and in the discussion board, so that you guys can actually be like, oh, what were we supposed to do? When were we supposed to do that? Because I'm going to put in dates, right? We're going to have dates as far as when stuff is due and things like that, because what's going to happen is you're going to have to post, and then we're going to have to discuss, right? So while at one point we were all going to be like, oh, well, let's do on Thursday. Well, I think we could still do that. Still have it due on Thursday of week 16, because that's what we opted for. But then you have a very short amount of time to critique. Like you have to come in on that Wednesday, on that Wednesday, and then you're going to have to make sure that you comment so that, you know, once again, you can be marked present and you can get credit for participation, and so on and so forth. Okay? Are there any questions so far? As I sit here drinking tea, I have to say, this is kind of an awesome setup. I get to be home. I get to look at my toys. I get to drink my tea. It's not bad. Yeah, I hope you and your class doing well in these times. Good luck to everyone. So Google over on Twitch, so I'm live streaming on multiple systems, and Google, a former student of mine, actually said live streaming like this is a great idea. Yeah, I hope you and your class are doing well in these times. Good luck to everyone. Okay, no question. It's like, you have a question? Everyone cool? Yes, no. How are we presenting our work through Blackboard? Yeah, we're going to present, you guys are going to present your work through Blackboard on the discussion board. Right? So you're going to have to actually submit it. I'll put up a thing for the final, right? And you'll put it all in like a PDF, real easy PDF, or really small multiple images, whatever the case may be. But you want to put it all together, and then you'll submit it so that I can grade it. And then you're going to put it also, the same thing that you submit to me, you're going to submit to the discussion board. And that way you'll start a new thread, right? Because it'll be there. It'll say new thread. Click on the new thread. And then you post your link. Tell us about it. Done. Do we need to use our school YouTube account? You don't need to use your school YouTube. I didn't even know the school gave you guys a YouTube account. No, you don't have to. You don't have to use a school YouTube. I mean, I think you can even log in as a guest, right? The thing is like I said, this is definitely going to be just for you to ask questions, answer questions. If you send me an email and then you're like, hey, I just sent you something, or you put something on the discussion board, we can look at it right away. You know, this is just a way for you to get instant access to me and to your fellow students, and be able to, you know, really make the best out of this situation. How do we post on discussion board? So if you go to Blackboard, on the left, right where the little menu stuff is, and where it said course content and let's see, course content, syllabi, all that stuff. If you look at the very bottom, it says discussion, right? Click on the discussion, and it opens up the discussion board. Then at the top left, it'll say create thread, and then you just click on that, and then, you know, fill in the blanks, because it'll, you know, what's the title, description, and then there's a button to add artwork and stuff like that. Board on Blackboard. So did you guys get that? Where could you get the discussion board? So once you go into Blackboard, go to your left, right? At the bottom it says discussion board. Click on that, bam. You'll have it. There's the first one. All right, the first one on the discussion board. I actually started a thread, and it's like, hey, you know what? I don't actually need to hide this from you guys. Hold on. All right, so we'll just go NSU. We'll just go there now, and I'll show you. That way we can do it live. All right. Coronavirus. I'm just happy that it works. I was so worried. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so worried. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. All right. So Senior Project. All right, so I'm gonna switch to. Or I thought I was gonna switch to student mode. I was able to not too long ago. Let's see. I go to discussion board. All right, did you guys see that? Right, edit this mode is on. So all I did, so over here, right where the announcements, syllabi, course content, all that stuff. I click on the discussion board, and it brings this, right? And then up here, right here, you create a form. So each one of us should have our own thread. Yes, you should all have your own thread, at least one, and then you will just continue to post in that thread, right? So every time you update once a week, you just post it in that thread, and we'll just look at it from there, okay? And then maybe for the final, you'll start a new thread, and it'll say, you know, final. That's it. So we have a fresh start, and we can look at it that way. All right. Is that cool? Everyone got that? Beans. Okay, so each of us should have a thread. Yep, each of you should have your own thread. So this is going to be the easiest way. And so you click on the thread, and it opens up. So I started a thread, which you can then, you know, start posting in. You can reply to. So just like I did here, right? Click on that. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, and then people were able to respond. All right. One of the big things that we're worried about is you guys having access. I know as seniors, you guys should be pretty cool. You probably all have your own laptops or computers at home, but there are certain people that don't, right? And we're actually working on getting software for the entire school. Well, at least for the graphic design students and photography students, we're working on Adobe giving us access for, I think it's for the rest of the semester, or I don't know. They haven't given us the terms yet. But I know that Professor Hughes put some request in, and I put a request in. So hopefully within the week, we will be able to have all of Photoshop, the creative suites, available to you guys. We'll put your emails in. It'll be to your student email, right? But we'll put your emails in, and then that way they'll send a link, and then you can click it and get access to it. So as soon as that happens, I'll put it in the announcements, put it in the discussion, and you'll get an email as well. Final. Okay, what to say? With the final, would we show everything we completed, like the first character and the extra credit? Yes, I would definitely do that, but do it as a separate response, right? So you put your first one and then go, okay, this is what I did for the first character sheet. This is what I did for the extra credit, just so that we can comment on each one separately and not just have this big long conglomerate. Okay, so yes, but definitely put it all into one. That way it's just easier to look at. But for when you turn it in, though, when you turn it into me, you can just make one PDF and send that in, and that'll be fine. Okay? We got some people calling in. Yep. This is semester. Looks like we're good. Is anyone having any problems with Blackboard yet? Because that's another big worry of mine. Now we will use Blackboard. All right. Sweet. Do we have a character sheet? Do we have to... What? Do we have to character sheet the story? What? What? Do you mean, do you need to fill out that packet? Because if you're asking about the packet, yes, absolutely, you have to fill out the packet. Have to fill out the packet, and then you can just drop it all in, right? And then we can read it on our own leisure. I think that's going to be great, right? You're just put the packet in, and if you want, right? If you want everyone to have everything, go ahead. Like I said, final thread, midterm thread, extra credit, just throw it all in there, and then we can all comment on it and give each other kudos and make it better and stuff like that. But I really do want to see your progress. Once a week, it is absolutely necessary. Okay, I cannot stress this anymore. It is absolutely necessary that you actually post by the end of Sunday. So by 11:59 on Sunday, you need to have posted something. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be like, oh, well, I finished this sheet, or I finished this, portion of the graphic design thing, or I finished this. It doesn't have to be that, okay? It just needs to be something. Something, all right? So if you did pencils of a character, or you wrote the story, great. Is the story sheet on Blackboard? Let's see. I believe it is. It's under course content. Yep. So if you go to course content, it is on the character worksheet, and there you go. Okay, so I got someone over on Twitch making fun of my hair. Come on now, don't do that. I'm not gonna get a haircut, not until it starts thinning out, right? So if I start pulling in a Jefferson, yeah, it's gonna go. Do we have to do the story packet for each character? Yes. I mean, because it's not hard. You should be able to finish that in an hour, even for the extra credit. It's not that hard, right? And it's gonna help you. I promise. You should be able to do that. Here's what we have to do for your sketchbook. Very, very important for your sketchbook. Okay? Because I don't expect you to take 50 pages worth of pictures. Okay? All you have to do is make a short video. Okay? Hold your video and flip through the book. That's it. Okay? So, like, if you guys were my video camera, right? Just come in and be like, right? So that's all you have to do. It'll be less awkward when you have it on the table, but you can hold the camera and then just flip through it, okay? You said for the extra credit we didn't have to do a story pack. Really? Okay. Oh wait, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I will not make you do a story packet for it then. That's fair. Because it is extra and it is to unlock it. Okay. You win. Only story packets on the final character, and you have to have it finished for the midterm character if you didn't finish it. Let's see. Is it possible to switch to digital art for this project? You always could have done digital art. You always could have done digital. I mentioned that. If you want to do digital, that's fine. The problem is that you were going to have to print it all out. That was the big reason why a lot of people stayed away from digital, is because they didn't want to print it out. So, but absolutely, go digital. Let's see what you got. What else? Any other questions? Get back to looking at the art. And I figured while I was here for this, for these hour sessions, like we'll do just an hour. Like I said, doesn't have to be forever, because I've been told that if I get an hour in with you guys so you can answer all your questions, especially for the studio classes, then you'll be fine, right? Right, so as we're doing that, if you guys want to hang out while I'm drawing, you can ask questions, let me know that you guys exist, sound off at the beginning, be like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this or whatnot. That would be for the best, okay? Let's see, I think I missed something. Hold on, I'm going to go through chat real quick. For extra 2, I have to go and buy more Bristol. Uh-oh. Well, you knew you were going to have to do something. You knew that before spring break happened. Like, you knew that. But here's the thing. If you don't have to go out to Jerry's, I don't even know if they're open, right? So you might actually have to order it on Amazon as far as Bristol board goes. So you might need to look into that, because if anything, call Jerry's to see if they're even open, because a lot of stores are shutting down. So you might not have access to them. But I do know that Amazon still delivers, so you can actually get something from them. Actually, we didn't have to. 1 3-point turn for illustrations and 1 action pose. For the extra credit, 3-point turnaround, 4 expressions, and 1 action pose. Yep. No packet. You guys won. No packet. Did any of you work on this project in the extended week? Right? When they're like, we're going to extend spring break for a week. Did any of you actually work on this? And it's okay, you can be truthful. But I'm just going to say, one of the hardest things right now, especially because you're, either at home or you're at your apartment or whatnot, is the fact that you're not going to really do anything. Right? Because you're like, oh, well, I'll get up at, later. And, I don't have to actually go to work because they closed it down. Or the hardest thing is going to actually sit down at the desk and actually do some work. I mean, that is one of the hardest things to do, especially if you don't have someone else there. Like if you're single or you're in an apartment by yourself, there's no one there to wake you up. I got a bunch of kids, so they're gonna wake me up, right? But I'm just saying, you gotta definitely stay on. Okay, everyone's been working. I'm surprised. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really surprised, but that's good. I'm glad, because we definitely need to get you something going. Stefan. So I don't know if they've actually talked to you about the senior show, but I'm pretty sure the senior show is not gonna happen. Due to the fact that we all don't want to die. So the thing that I've proposed, I proposed 2 different virtual gallery spaces that you guys can actually use, and one of them is absolutely fantastic. It is like you can take templates of gallery spaces, and then you can actually hang pieces of artwork, and then you virtually have to go through, click on the piece, come over, and then it expands, and off to the side it's got information, right? So it's literally like going through a gallery, but it's virtual. Excuse me. And I think that's going to be what they're going to move to, or at least that's what I hope, because then that way you can still show off your work. You actually get a very nice virtual gallery that you can send to people. So all the people that you would have invited, you can still be like, hey, here you go, and whatnot. But what I'm hoping, and I don't know if any of you guys would come back for that, but if we don't come back, because they're telling us the end of the semester, right? Like we're doing digital all the way to the end of the semester. But if they're like, look, you guys can't come in, blah, 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 then we can, hopefully they'll allow you guys to either have a separate show or come in with the other class and have one ginormous senior show. But one way or the other, this way you have the ability to virtually have this gallery, so that should be good. Professor Frederick should be reaching out to you hopefully with some information if they have not yet already. Let's see. Having trouble trying to figure out what my character should look like because my main character was an assassin, so I don't know. Well, make another assassin. The thing is that they just had to be in opposition, right? So, and they had to be the other gender. So, you know, that's completely up to you. Like, make it however you want. Just make it an assassin. Or you can make it like the pizza boy who the assassin has to constantly save, or, you know, doesn't understand why they have to get killed or something like that. In Richmond, we don't have Jerry's. Oh, Michael's is open. I went there yesterday. So, as of yesterday, Michael's is still open, so you can go to Michael's or AC Moore or something like that. But I just don't know how long it's going to stay open. Yeah, that's what Miss Frederick said. Okay, well then, good. I'm glad that information has gotten out to you. The online pickup deliveries and good sales. Yep, that's true. Absolutely. Get in there. Use those coupons. They give out 50% coupons. And as of last week, see, I didn't need any more paper. I got plenty of paper. But last week, Michael's, so it should still be going, I think. But Michael's had a buy one, get one. Like, completely free. So it wasn't buy one, get one half off. It was buy one, get one. So you could get Bristol board for half price. So that's definitely something that you might want to check out, is trying to get Bristol board half price. All right, we've made it. We've made it a whole half hour in. In my case, so I'm doing photography for my project. How would that work for showing something every week? Well, I'm assuming that you have to do edits, right? So if you actually did a picture, you know, you did a photo shoot, you gotta pick some edit, like show us some of the pictures first. Like that would be the first thing. Here, this week I took these pictures. These are unedited. And then, you know, next week you're like, all right, well, I took this photo and I was manipulating here and I tried to do this, that, and the other thing, so that you can actually just show us some things that you're working on. Because I really don't think that it's I took my picture, I'm going to edit one day and then that's it, right? You can also, as we've seen, take multiple pictures and edit them to fit into your series. So just updating us on, this is what I did to edit, right? I did this to edit, and here you go. Or I did this, and I think this one's going to work. Or if you're like, well, my theme is to recreate this character, you know, this other photographer's work, then you can actually go, these are the images that I'm thinking of, and have 12 images for us to look at and go, oh, wow, that one would work really well, or I see where you're going with this one. You know, let us be part of the process. Let us be part of that process. So that should be, that would suffice, you know. Like I said, let us be part of the process. Okay. Oh, for you guys who are thinking about doing digital, let me show you about these turnarounds, though. Because a lot of you had some issues with the actual turnaround, right? With going, oh wait, this isn't the way I wanted it to. Man, my kids are stomping up there. Good gravy. PSDs. I want to show you about these guidelines. All right, so you see all those blue lines here. Let me get my whole character in there. All right, and that. Okay, you see all these guidelines. This is literally to make sure, right, that you can come in here and go, okay, this is the bottom of the eyes. And then when you scroll over, it hits the bottom of the eye, right? Bottom of the chin, bottom of the chin. Top of the afro puff, top of the afro puff, right? So you see how that, like, you can't just make like 4 lines and be like, I'm good, right? And it's easy to get these lines. So if you hit R, you know, if you hit Control R, or what is it? Not Option. Oh my goodness. Command R. Then the ruler pops up here, right? And then all you have to do is pull them down, right? You see the line, bam. and then it stays there. And then if you hit V, you can actually get rid of it if you're like, oh, that one wasn't what I needed, right? And it goes from left to right too, right? Depending on how you're trying to make stuff happen. But if you're doing digital, here you go. Now make that happen. Oh, digital sketch pages count towards the 50 pages. Okay, so about like digital sketching, okay? You will have to put at least 3 things on it. Okay? And for each page. So it'll be like, here's my page, and if you do it like 8.5 by 11, right, or 6 by 9, whatever you put, it shouldn't be anything less than 6 by 9, because what you're gonna do then is you can send it to me. If it's digital and you made 50 pages, put that in a PDF and send it to me. But you have to have at least 3 drawings on it. Okay? So, and you can do a head, finger, and all that stuff, but it has to have 3 on that page for it to count as a page. But you can definitely do digital. Have a blast. Have fun with it. Okay? Okay? I just wanted you guys to see just how much... This is how many guidelines I use every time. Like, all the time, I have this many guidelines. You might not need it because you can actually eyeball it, but I'm definitely the type of person who wants to try and make sure that everything stays consistent. And the best part about digital is once you have this done, once you have the foreground down done, you can flip it, right? And then you flip it, and then you just have to draw in the back, right? But the size and everything are going to be the same, so digital makes it really cool. And Pearson, you finally found me? What do you mean? What do you mean you finally found me? I posted the link. But also, so just in case you do miss, like, or decide not to come, and there's some type of information that I talk about on the stream that we do for an hour, I will post the YouTube link in the discussion board. So I'll start a new thread that says YouTube channel, right? And I'll post the link into the discussion board so you can watch it then too. But as I said, because this is just a it is a studio class and they are a lot harder to teach online, I'm going to be here drawing, so unless you guys come in and talk to me, I won't post it, because if it's just me drawing, we don't need that, right? But I will be here, I will be available. You should come in, like I said, and sound off. Let me know that you're here, let me know that you're working, and then we can talk and get through stuff, okay? Yes, Stefan, so what? What's the word? Oh, and I don't know if you guys are up for this, but I started a Discord. For artists, right? Here, let me show you. Right, so it's to help artists get better, right? Are all of those guidelines based from the first pose? Yes. All the because you're going to start, that's the main pose, right? Like, everyone does that first. So from there, you base everything else around it. But if, let's say, you drew the back and you're like, I like the back better, then you base everything off of the back. But it has to be on one of the front or backs. That's the thing, okay? It has to be the front or the back. Generally the front, because it has all the information, right? And then it's easier to base everything around that, okay? But so this Discord, I called it Boss Up, because what I'm trying to do is make sure that we have a community where we can get together and post about art, post tutorials and reference and art, and just really help each other become better, stay accountable, work on things, really just work towards becoming better artists, right? And there's just information here, like if you guys ever decide to do streaming and stuff like that, I found this guy, Techno Axe. So he's the artist, or she, Well, he or she is the artist, and they make royalty-free music that you're allowed to use for streaming and YouTube for free. So, yeah, you know what I mean? So this is something that I found. I thought that it was amazing, so I posted it, right? So I have a thread here that actually gives people information, like, oh, I was looking for this. This is really cool. Oh, I found it here, right? Just like this. This is who I go through with printing, for printing my prints. They do fantastic prints on thick paper for like 50 cents, 11 by 17, so it's great. So Discord servers have screen sharing functions too, so if you need help on the spot, you can always ask your peers. Oh, really? Well, there you go. Okay, so Google over in Twitch said Discord servers have screen sharing functions too, so if you need help on the spot, you can always ask for your peers. Ah, that's fantastic. I'll have to ask you later about how to go about that. But I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put a link in the chat so that if you decide if you want to join the group, you can. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just saying this is a way for us to be together and stuff like that. And we can actually help each other grow. But yeah, so I'm probably going to be working on characters every time that we start off. But the image I had up first was a banner that I'm working on for the story. So it's like the poster that I'm working on. So yeah. Yes, now it's gotten quiet. Now I'm done talking. You guys need help with anything? Any questions? Thoughts? Comments? Is anyone pissed off about the fact that, you know, now you got to try and do all this digitally? Because if not, if you guys are like, I'm going to scoot in a little bit so I can actually draw. But if you're like, yeah, I think we're good, then great. You know, like I said, you can always stick around. And how should we, okay, let's see. How should we present pictures each week? Like I said, you're going to go to the discussion, you're going to go to the discussion board. Here, let's go back. Right? So you're going to log into Blackboard. Over here on the left, you're going to go to discussion board, right? And then you can create a form, right? You can create a form or a thread. So you probably can't create a form, but I have this spot when it's like the distance learning discussion. You can come in here, right? This is our form, and then you create a thread, right? Create thread. Here I'm going to show you. We go test. Scroll down. This is going to be a test to make sure everything works, right? I have the ability to delete this afterwards, right? And then here, right, it says attach file. You go browse my computer, right? And I can select. Let's see. What is this? Browse content collection. What's that? No. Okay, so here, and then sadly, it looks like you're going to have to upload everything by itself. So if I click this, right, you're like, all right. Name the file. Do not attach. Okay, so it really only lets you actually attach one thing per thread. So then you would submit, right? So either you would go about making a PDF so we can all look at that one PDF, or you come in, you're like, all right, so I did that. And then you're gonna click your own thing, right? Here it is. Post that there, great. And then you can reply to your own post. And you go, I'm gonna reply, right? And you can send a message. Then you're gonna browse your computer. All right. Put in the. Oh wait, we already did that one. Browse your computer. Do the first one. Hit submit. Right. So now you have two. Right. It's just you posting. Bam, 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 bam. Right. Okay. And then so that's how you're gonna do it. So we have one thread. Right? You can always go back, click OK, then brings you back to the thread. We're going to have one thread, and everyone's going to post in that one thread. I mean, one forum. So when you go there, it should bring you to the distance learning discussion board. And then from there, you go inside and you create a thread. That's it. Right? I'd rather come to school for this class. Yeah. 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 I would much rather, I mean, I think that a studio classes are really hard to actually do online. I mean, this is probably going to be the best way. You know, there are other things out there, but this is probably going to be the best way to where we can still interact with each other. You know, you can send stuff to me, you can look at it, go from there. So, it saves a lot on gas money though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and to be honest, you guys can be in your pajamas, so you can come to class in your pajamas and it not matter, right? I'm the only one who has to get semi-made up so that, you know, I can look presentable, so when somebody actually comes and checks it out, they're like, excuse me, Professor Tillman, why are you in your pajamas? but yeah, so should be pretty easy. Like I said, just a lot of stuff is going to happen on the discussion board. And look, I know that this is a huge change. You know, you didn't sign up for online classes, so I'm not going to hold that against you guys, you know, but like I said, there's going to be leniency, but if for 4 weeks you're like, oh, I didn't figure it out, that's a problem. All right. Cause it's not really hard. Like I said, in order to post in the discussion board, real easy. Go to discussion board, click on it, click on the distance learning discussion board, right? Here's the threads. And then from here, you can create your own thread, and that's it. All right, you create your own thread, bam, done. Okay, and then you post, of course. Okay, but you can only post one thing. So if you have multiple images you want to do, make a PDF. Anyone have any problems making a PDF? I mean, for you Mac users, I'm kind of out of it. I'm assuming it's still right click, because for me, if I come here, oops, no, we need desktop. So if I come here, I did sketch cards, right? So if I come here, I can select everything, right click, and then combine supported files in Acrobat. Alright, and then it puts all my files in there. I can arrange them however I want, and then I hit combine files. It puts them all into one PDF, and then you just gotta save it. Any other thoughts, comments? And if you guys want to be awesome, you can always subscribe to my channel. That way you'll always know when I'm live, because it'll give you a notification, right? So just in case, because I got to do this for a bunch of other classes too. Like if you want to jump in on my graphic design class, you can, right? Because I'll be doing the same thing. We'll be doing critiques, and we'll be, you know, when I have to do lectures and stuff like that, which I might actually record ahead of time, because Jasmine, you're in my other class. So if I have like a lecture, like when we do the identity packages and stuff, when I got to tell you about that, I'll probably pre-record it when my kids are asleep, because that way there won't be any noise, or we won't have any accidental people coming down or anything like that. But when we do critiques and stuff like that, you could just pop in, and if you're like, hey, I got a question for you, right? And I'll gladly answer it for you, okay? So we only need to post one thread per week. Okay, no. You're going to have one thread. You just need to post in that thread. Like, you can respond to your own thread. There's no need to have a bunch of threads per week, right? Because it timestamps it anyway. I mean, it should. Hold on. making sure before I say something I'm not supposed to. Format, yeah, see, so it timestamps it. So as long as you reply with inside of your own thread within a week, then that's great. And then other people are going to come in and start replying. Okay. Thanks for telling me about the graphic design class. Well, once I was done with this, I was actually going to send out other emails. So I did this one first because I knew it was coming. I got to do my computer class. I'm going to have to send them something. And then I'll send you, excuse me, I'll send you guys the graphic design class. The same thing. Like I'll do this at 9:30, right? At the beginning of class, it's when I'm going to start. That's when I'll be online. Okay? Let's go. Ooh, okay, bet. I didn't know how to do it. Yeah, so like I said, if you subscribe and then the little bell will pop up, hit the bell. I think it's already clicked, but if not, hit the bell and then it'll give you a notification every time I go live. So, and I think that's going to be great. Like I said, if you're having any type of issue when, like, no matter what, as far as class goes, if you're working on something, you have a question, you can just jump on when I'm live and be like, hey, I got a question. Even when I'm streaming not for NSU, okay? So because I'll probably be streaming later on at night and stuff like that. So if I'm streaming and I'm doing my own thing, don't hesitate to come in and be like, hey, I got a question, okay? Because I will answer it for you. Absolutely, no doubt. Even if it's, hey, I need you to go to your email because I sent you something there, not a problem. Just let me know, okay? What size picture should be sent? Should we use 72 or 300? Let's go with 100. Okay? Let's not make it 72. Let's just make it 100 because 300 is going to be too big, and I have no idea what what Blackboard is going to accept before it crashes. Right? I'm sure it's a huge thing, but I really just don't know if it can handle a whole bunch of 300 DPI JPEGs, and all of a sudden it just gets mad. So let's just make it 100. Just make it no smaller than like 6x9, right? Something like that. Just so that even though it's low resolution, if the image is big enough for us to see, we don't need to actually make it any bigger, right? Now I'm pretty sure that they're going to want me to ask for some big ones. And please pay attention to your Blackboard. I might, if there's some really good images that you guys put up that I really want to have so that we can print out and have up for next semester, I will ask you for a high-res image, okay? Now, for those of you, I'm pretty sure that most of you do not have a scanner that's big, right? Do any of you have an 11x17 scanner at home? I mean, I would be really surprised if you did, but the thing is, you're going to have to get really good with taking pictures, okay? If you have a tripod, use the tripod, okay? Don't try and be like holding the picture and be like, oh, I got shaky hands. Don't. You know, put it up on a book. I don't know. If you don't have a tripod, shame on you. You should have one. But you're gonna have to get good at taking pictures because you can't scan in those Bristol boards. So, right? So use your phone, take a picture, be good. Okay. For the story packet, can I type and turn it in the discussion board? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Definitely put it in like your own thread. You can, 1 week, if for next week you're like, all right, well, the only thing I really got accomplished was the character design sheet. Great, put that in. That's enough. If you want, let's see. If you want it all after stream, I kind of show you how the Discord server calls work. I saw you don't have a voice channel in the server, so I can just show you later. Okay, thanks, Google. Yeah, I didn't set up anything voice because, like I said, I didn't really necessarily know what I was doing. I just set up what I did, but I would love to. I would actually really, really enjoy that. Just let me know how you want to connect. If you want me to come jump in on your stream, if you want to start up a stream, and then I'll just jump in, and then you can show me there. That would be fantastic, because I want to be able to use Discord as much as possible, because it seems like it's the way of the present. because everyone's using it now, so it's not a feature. Plus, I got to get all my students on this stuff too. You know, a lot of my students at NSU don't want to actually use the digital resources to help them be artists. You know, like I know that going in and like, oh well, I use Photoshop, I use Illustrator. That's all great. It is. It's great. But you have to be able to use all these social media things that are out there to promote your work, get to know people, network with people, do all that stuff. So gotta show them. So if you know something I don't, please show me. Huh. I got a tripod though. Ah, nice. Let's see. Nah. If we switch to digital, do we have to turn in the PDF or do we have to? Nope. PDF. Because how are you gonna turn in the Bristol board? I'm not gonna be there. You're not gonna be there. I hope. Don't go to NSU now. They've closed that thing down until the end of the semester, and then they're gonna give us new information. Hopefully, it'll be, oh, well, you guys can come in the summer, but as of right now, don't go there. You don't need to be there. I don't need to be there. So, you know, yeah. So yeah, you're just gonna turn in a PDF. All right, Donnell, great. You got a tripod? Fantastic. Good, because then you can take some decent pictures. Is it really raining hard? I mean, it's raining here too. I'm looking out the window. It has been raining. I don't know if it's been raining really hard. Can you tell me where I can find an example of the virtual showroom? Where's my phone? Yep, just a second. Get that for you in a second. It's on my phone, so I gotta find out. Art Steps. Okay, so it's called Art Steps. Art Steps. Alright, so I'm just gonna post this in the chat for you. Alright, so this is your virtual, right? And let's see. Try not to go. This one's really racy. You can look at that one all you want, but I don't think I'm going to put it on the school stream. So, let's see. We'll click on this one. Alright, so it loads up. Hopefully, eventually. You can make the outside, you know, like you got to make a door people got to go through and stuff like that. It's really, see? Do you guys see that? So here you are, and you can click on this. It turns you. Here's the information, right? Then you can make comments to it, to the visitors, like you can say stuff to it, which is cool. All right, and there's a door, and then you click, and then you can just turn your angle, and you come here, right? You do the steps. Bam. Right? And then it gives you a little information here. Alright? And we turn. Come over to this corner. Click on that. Puts you right in front of it. Right? You see it? Tells you about it. Right? This thing is fantastic. I was like, wait a minute, I can create a gallery show on my own, like, you know, and then I can send it to people. Like, you can have your own event, your own virtual event. This is awesome. Like, whoever created this is just a freaking genius. Right? And so I suggested this for the senior show, the graduate show, because you can actually set up. Let's see if we can get here. Yeah, so if you look here, like, they set this up. Right? So there's a section here. So this could be an artist. This could be an artist. This could be an artist. This back wall could be an artist. So you just literally get to have a lot of fun building your space. Like I actually did sign. I signed up. So let's. Oh, email. Okay, so oh, wait. Come here. I gotta find out. Like you said, I haven't played with it that much. Oh, here you go. Create. Duh. All right, so you can create, right? And you can just load in a template, right? You can load in a template, or you can actually start creating your own. So you go to walls, and you just, right? And there's, forgot how, there's a way that you can turn it. I don't want to, but you know, you just create your space. So you could actually come in and just create your own gallery space however you see fit, right? And then you can place doors in place. So if you're like, I want you to come in through here, there's your door, right? Oh, and you know what? I don't know if animation can be shown. That's a good question. So, you know, but then you save it and you get to design your space. You get to add textures to your walls and stuff like that. Just, there we go. Okay, so once you have it placed, right? So once you have it placed, that's when you can come in and go into the walls and stuff like that, and you can place stuff, right? So then you go through the wall. There we go. Alright, and then you can actually change the lights apparently. Oh, look at that. You can even change the lighting on the walls and stuff, so that's really cool. Switch. Oh! Look at that skyline, because I didn't make a roof. Then you can play. Oh, what's this? Yes, you can add video. Alright, so let's add a video. Drag and drop. Okay. We're gonna do this together. Let's go here. Go to, I don't know. Where do I have a video? Ninja. Look, we're learning together. Okay, here we go. Rendered videos, and we will put this one in. Sorry, drag and drop. Okay, or not. We'll click on that, and then we'll do it that way. And then, yeah, rendered videos. This one. Oh, it's still loading. Interesting. Oh, no? Oh, you can even do URLs? Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. Go to YouTube. I'm doing a lot here, guys. YouTube Studio. Then we will go to videos. Yeah, maybe it doesn't work. That's right. That's why I'm trying the URL now. Thanks, Stefan. I mean, I'm trying, you know, because do you know, I swear to you, there was a discussion that was happening, and they were like, hey, we should come in. And I was like, really? They're telling us to stay away from people. Why would we come in? Oh, look at that. So it's loading up the video. Fantastic. I don't know if it's how long it's gonna take, but I'm also streaming, so that might be a reason, right? Like, we're pulling on the bandwidth a lot. Title, we'll call this test. Test. All right. Description, video test. Mention, no one cares, no commercials. So this is loading in, so we're gonna, I mean, who knows? I don't know. But this is definitely something to play. Yeah, that's my fear, is that I think that the video does work. I think that the link does work. It's just that right now, because I'm streaming, I got music coming from YouTube because I haven't downloaded all that information yet, all the music from this guy, and it's just taking a little bit longer to get there. But as you can see, it instantly popped it up, so this is definitely something that will work. Cannot be clicked. Now I definitely want it to be clicked. Alright, but so you got that. You can add objects, text, images, place a little video somewhere. Oh, because I don't have anything to put it on. Display cases. Guess you gotta add an image. So let's see if we can add an image real quick. Yeah, even the search has taken a hot minute. Like, I can't even search. So I'm thinking I'm just pulling too much on my computer, trying to do too much right now. So, but this is here, right? You can plan a guided tour. See, like right here, you can actually plan a guided tour. So you tell them where to start, you tell them where to go. So you can even have it so that they don't have to do anything, and they can be like, this is where I want you to go. So this is very big and good. I just think that, like I said, because I'm trying to do too much. My computer's not the newest, but maybe that's what's going on. But it's all here, and this was something that I got a little bit of information about, and they told me about it, and I was like, oh, I gotta suggest this. And I am happy to say that I did convince them to use it. I don't know how far it's going to go, though, but I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll make sure to tell Professor Frederick that, you know, how this is happening, where to go, and all that kind of stuff, because I do believe that this is, you know, this is definitely where you'd want to be, you know, and just to be able to go, I created a space. You can create the space for your students, I mean, for your entire senior show, right? Everyone has their own, like, section. So there you go, and there's that. NSU. Thanks, it's a good platform for every artist. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing, you know, like, try and do quarterly gallery shows. Just be like, here's my gallery show, and just be like, hey, now I don't have to show you every little bit. You can just come in here and look at this gallery space. Do we have to pay for the domain? No, it's free. It's free. Absolutely free. I'm sure you can upgrade. I believe that's what they said. It's like you can upgrade and there'll be money there. But besides that, it's all free. So it's just a platform for you guys to use. So, all right, let's see. Oh, go ahead. It'll be stretching a little bit. Streamlines takes a lot for short. Okay. Man, you know, it would be neat if 3D modelers can have their rendered stuff up like Oh, that would be cool. Have them up like statues. Hey, look, I'm sure if you make suggestions, you know, if you hit them up and be like, hey, you know, if we could render out our video and have it rotate on there or be an actual statue, that'd be great. That would be awesome. Like, I would like that. Because it said 3D object, though. There was a spot on there that said 3D object, so you probably could, actually. Oh, that would be so sweet. So, alright, well, if you guys don't have any information, I'm not going to hold you here, right? I'm not going to hold you hostage. If, you know, we don't have to, I'll be back at it on Wednesday at 9 a.m. to be like, hey, okay, here we are. If you have any questions, you know, let me know. I'll be drawing. You guys can draw with me, ask questions, show me stuff. Life will be good. Okay? So, once again, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and try and save my wife from the kids who are apparently trying to destroy the house. But, yeah, so if you have any questions for today, let me know now before I sign off. And, yeah, we can go from here. you know. But like I said, I will always be available. I'm going to be super available now online. I'll be checking my email a lot. But what I really want to do is check the discussion board. Like, that's what I want, okay? I will have a video for you guys up today about character design, so you can definitely check that out. And we'll just be going through our discussion boards, okay? Remember, once a week, you need to post something for your thread, not a response to your thread, like not someone said something and you responded. That doesn't count. It's, here's my new post, right? Here's my new message with my new art, or what I've done thus far. You got to do that once a week, okay? And as we move forward, we can continue to work on this and try and make it as good as possible. All right, and like I said, if anything, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, right? Hit the bell so you can get notified. That way you always know when I'm live, even if it's in another class. Like I mentioned before, if I'm in another class and you guys want to ask me a question, please do, right? We will make that happen. Not a problem whatsoever. I'll answer it, and it'll probably be helpful to other people. So definitely hit me up whenever I'm live, even if I'm doing it for my personal stuff. And you look at the bar and it was like, oh, character design for Ninja Empire. That's just me working. You can still come on, ask me some questions and whatnot, and we'll go from there, okay? And it doesn't have to be art related. Like when I do these streams, I talk a lot. We talk about art, we talk about life, we talk about, right now, COVID-19, that's what we're talking about. So, you know, whatever it is that you guys want to talk about, just let me know, okay? But if not, if you guys are done, once again, like I said, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be easier for you to remember because it'll pop up on your phone and it's like, oh, this person's live. All right, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, we'll be good. All right, so if you guys don't have anything else, I'll give you like another 2 minutes to say something. But if you have nothing else, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Got real quiet really fast. Nope. No? We good? Y'all good? Sound off with I'm good, and then we don't have to stick around forever. Or everyone already left. Why is my bed not working again? I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. See you later. Alright. Alright, well, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.